Hey everybody, right. Alright, so now we're back for another one of the Auguson Farms taste testing. This time, we are trying the creamy potato soup. So, and this one here is a little bit different, but these are actually 1 cup servings, which, you know, and I'll show you what the 1 cup serving actually looks like in a bowl. That way you have a full understanding. And this makes 8 1 cup servings. So, the instructions, pretty simple. Remove the oxygen absorber and discard. Whisk the entire contents into 10 cups boiling water. Then you reduce heat and you cook it for a little bit longer. So we're going to get this water boiling. And while that's boiling, we're just going to go over a few more things here. So again, this is 8 servings per pouch. So this is an 8 pot. This is 8 1 cup servings. And then the serving size, 1/3 cup dry. And then about 1 cup prepared. So the ingredients: potatoes, creamer, maltodextrin, milk. It's potato soup, but there are a few preservatives in here. But it does contain milk, soy, and wheat. So for those of you with allergies, you need to know what's in here. So, and then it also says adjust water for desired consistency. I'll put that down here. I'll put I'll put the instructions and the ingredients and all that. So if you want to pause the video, you can read that. And then, of course, as far as nutritional facts go, each 1 cup serving is 220 calories. And then for your daily value, you do have 10% of your daily total fat, which is 9 grams, 20% saturated fat, 4 grams, no transitional fats. There's no cholesterol. You do have 27% of your daily sodium intake. So there's a lot of sodium in here, so that's something that you need to pay attention. But if you are in a survival situation, the sodium might come in very handy, because especially if you're working, because as you're sweating, those salts will go back into your body. So you do kind of need some sodium. Carbohydrates, 33 grams, which is 12%. And then your dietary fiber is 2 grams, which is 7%. And then this includes 1 gram of additional sugars, which is 2%, and there's 4 grams of protein in here. And again, that's per cup. So if you eat 2 cups, then you're going to get, double all of this. And then there's 2% of your calcium, 6% of your iron, and you also get 10% of the required potassium. So, and just like the other one, this is made in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am not sponsored by them. I purchased this up at a local Walmart, and says there contains a bioengineered food ingredient. So that's something that if you are worried about stuff like that, you do need to know that it does contain a bioengineered food ingredient. It doesn't tell us what it is. So, but anyway, as it starts to boil, we'll go ahead and we'll get this mixed in. You're supposed to add it to boiling water, and then we cook it for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. All right, so we do have the bug out survival knife. Alright, so let's get this open and see what we got. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Alright. Doesn't have much of a smell. I mean, you can't smell the potato. You can't smell anything crazy in there. So, alright, now let's see if we can find this do not eat. And as the dry ingredients, if you want to go ahead and get a look in that, you have these little square potato flakes. So flakes, they're bigger than flakes. So you're going to have like your whole potato pieces in there. You can see the creamer type stuff. All right, and the do not eat. So oxygen absorber, do not microwave, do not eat. This one's actually pretty loose. So, and that's actually good, because as these things absorb it, they get hard. And the fact that this is still pretty much just mushy like this, that means that when they did seal this, there is not much oxygen in here to get sucked up, and that's good, because that is going to increase the shelf life of your product. So, I really like this knife. Bug out survival knife. feels very nice in the hand. And of course, we just get this in our most recent SHTF box. So, and then I did have to tape the fire steel into the base, into the bottom of the hilt. It only has like a little plastic retainer, and well, it breaks. So just know that this right here, is very cheap. The fire steel, the retaining aspect of it is not very good. So I just put a little piece of duct tape on there, which, and you know, if I need this, then I can actually use that duct tape as a fire starter as well. So, but it's not too bad of a knife. And we're going to put that away, and I can start to see some bubbles building up in the bottom of the water. So we're almost there. And then after this, we will try the other items. We got the macaroni and cheese. Next, I'm probably going to do the creamy rice, creamy chicken flavored rice, or whatever. And then we got the macaroni and cheese, and then of course the pancakes. So, and who doesn't love pancakes? One thing, when I did eat that oatmeal, again, as I said, it didn't have it had a little bit of sweetness, but not too much flavor. It wasn't plain oatmeal, but the flavor just really, you couldn't really taste the brown sugar and cinnamon like very strong. So I did add a little bit of maple syrup to it, which really increased the overall flavor. And the oatmeal was actually pretty good, and it was really dense, filled me up, and it was good. So I think that so far we've only tried one, the oatmeal, but the oatmeal was good. Now I do know that we do have with the Ready Wise, we got some apple cinnamon oatmeal, and then with the Four Patriots, it did come with Grammy's best oatmeal or whatever. So I'm pretty sure it's just maple brown sugar. So we'll try those oatmeals too, and we'll see how they compare. And then I know one of these came with tortilla soup, and I don't think the other one came with the soup, but we'll try the other soups with these, and we'll compare the soups, see which soup is better, and we'll kind of give everything a rating scale, just like when I do try the survival food. Like when we tried the SOS bar compared to the Energy 5, the Catadine Energy 5 bar, which was essentially shredded wheat. So, and there are and the bubbles are starting to come up on the bottom, and we're starting to get some movement here. So once it starts boiling, we're going to add the potatoes, and then we're going to make this soup. So let me see, does it say rolling or just boiling? 10 cups boiling water. Oh, and I did put the 10 cups of water in here, which is weird because you use 10 cups of water, but you're only going to need 8 1-cup servings of potatoes. So I think they are anticipating a little bit of the evaporation. So, alright. Almost there. Almost. It is starting to boil pretty good now. Alright, yeah, in fact, let's see here. I'm just going to come over here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but as you can see, we do have some boiling action going on the bottom there. Alright. So, alright. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll stir this in, get it incorporated nicely. Alright. Get that mixed up there. Make sure you got all of the good potato flavoring out of there. Okay, now the instructions say do add it, and then it says reduce heat to medium and continue cooking for 10 to 15 minutes, stirring occasionally. So once we've got that all mixed in there, alright, we'll move this down to medium, maybe a little bit medium-low, and then we'll go ahead and cook this soup up. Okay. As it is cooking, the flavor does get a little bit better. And I can see what looks to be a little bit of seasoning in there. Let's bring you back over here. So as you can see, it does have some It looks good, and it actually smells pretty decent. I'm not gonna say it doesn't have really strong smell, but it does smell pretty good. Ooh, and I can see those bubbles coming up, so we're gonna need to kind of spilt a little bit. You keep this stirred, we don't want to burn it, so. And then we'll just let this thicken up, let the potatoes fully rehydrate. Then we're going to go ahead and have ourselves a bowl. Right. And I will show you exactly how much 1 cup is. We will use our 1 cup measuring, and that way you can see. Because I think that's one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that when you do buy these survival kits, that the serving size is not what you normally think the serving size is. So when it says you're going to get 38 meals, you might get 38 cups, cup size. Which, and if you're in a survival situation, then, I mean, every calorie counts. But it's hard, especially at first. The longer into a survival situation you go, when you do have to ration out food, then your body can adjust to the lower portions. But the sad thing is, and I mean, I even a little bit here, but especially here in the United States, us in Great Britain especially, we've gotten used to these huge servings of food. So when it does come down to survival time, when those servings start to get cut short, a lot of people, they're going to go through those hunger pains. Oh, it's starting to smell good though. It is starting. The potato flavor is the smell. It's starting to smell really good here. So, all right, we're almost done. Now, more than likely, this will need a little bit of seasoning, maybe some pepper, some hot sauce. Probably no salt because we do have plenty of sodium in this, but we're getting close. It's been a few minutes now. I'm watching the clock right here. So, oh, this does smell. This smells quite decadent. And I'll be honest, this right would be good if you did want to enhance this. You could. This is one of those meals where it's like, say, if you had like a can of like plain sardines. You can put that in here, or a can of tuna. More than likely, what this would go real good with is if you did have that canned ham. Like the canned ham chunks would go good in this. Possibly if you had a little bit of bacon, you could throw the bacon bits in it, because you can buy like just like the containers of bacon bits, and that's something to think about, especially if you are designing your own food kits. Is what can you do to make the food better? And a lot of that stuff will last quite a long time, especially if stored properly. Stop YouTube. Okay, it's starting to really boil here. I don't want it to burn on the bottom, so turn it down just a little bit more. It's already on kind of low, but oh, that is smelling good. Creamy potato soup. Let that simmer up just a little bit. One moment. Alright, we do have our bowl. We do have our 1 cup. You can't read it, but this is 1 cup. So we do have our 1 cup serving size. We'll put it in the bowl, and we'll see what we got here. Ooh, that's starting to smell real good. Now, I'm not adding anything to it at first because I do want to get just the regular flavor to see what it tastes like, if there is any additional flavoring to it. Because you got some salt, some onion powder, dehydrated parsley. All right. Okay. We're almost there. Watching the clock. Watching my soup come up to thickness. Yeah, so first we're going to try it just plain. We'll try a cup plain, and then I'll see if we need to add anything else. And then probably after the video, I'm just going to have a huge bowl of this because I don't want to throw it away. And some crackers. Crackers is another thing, you know, you can, especially if you made like hardtack. If you made hardtack, you could crumble up hardtack into it and then let the hardtack sit in it. And then, because you know you have to let hardtack sit, otherwise you're just breaking your teeth. So you know, I need to make some hardtack. We'll do that in a video coming up too. We'll make some hardtack, possibly some pemmican. So because there's a lot of really good survival foods that you can make that will last pretty much indefinitely. Because I don't think hardtack, I don't think that goes bad. I mean, you know, they used it during the Civil War. They would have hardtack and like beef flavoring and bacon and all kinds of stuff. So, but hardtack is essentially a super hard cracker. You cook it till there's no moisture left into it, so it doesn't go bad unless it gets wet. But a lot of times what you do is you brew up make a soup. And I don't know if hardtack would go so good with this one, but if you did have made like a broth soup, you break that hardtack up, throw the hardtack in there, and then it would soak up the bouillon and the flavor, and then you would actually have like something to stick to your bones. So if all you had was broth, then you would actually have something more substantial to eat and put into your stomach. So, all right, I think we're getting close. And go just a little bit more to make sure that those potatoes are softened up. So probably about another 2-3 minutes, and then we should be able to put 1 cup into the bowl. We'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll go ahead and give it a taste test. It is pretty good. All right. Yeah, I should have my spoon out earlier, but all right. And again, you know, in one of my first videos, I did say it is important to know what the food tastes like, how to prepare it. And I mean, again, I bought like the smallest kit that they have. Well, they do have a smaller kit, but it's kind of not a very good kit. This is the smallest that I think that is going to give you a good sampling of their food. And again, this got, you know, the 4 menus, well, the 4 food entrees, pancakes, oatmeal for breakfast, and then this comes with the potato soup, the macaroni and cheese, which they all come with macaroni and cheese, and the rice. They all come with a rice dish. So, because they're easy to store for long term. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll turn that heat off. All right, so now the moment of truth. Okay, so, and of course, for the purpose of the video. All right, so this right here, this is what 220 calories of potato soup looks like. And granted, I mean, and if you look, it's not that much. It's really not. But in a survival situation, this could be a game changer. Especially the fact that you've got potatoes, which are pure carbohydrates, so that's going to give you energy so you can keep pushing on. So, all right. The dogs. Okay. Well, potatoes could cook a little bit longer to fully hydrate, but they're not crunchy, they're just firm, so they're actually pretty tasty. It's It does have a creamy potato. Does have a creamy flavor. It doesn't really taste like, it's not spicy. There is some salt. You can taste the potato. So definitely would benefit from pepper as well as hot sauce. So, but you might not want to be having too much hot sauce if you're in a bad situation, because you know some people coming out the other side. So these dogs are going crazy on each other. This is better than the oatmeal. This is actually quite good. Even without any additional seasoning, this Auguson Farms potato soup is very good. I don't think there's no reason why this right here, you could make this and just eat it. There's nothing. This tastes very, very good with no additional seasonings. It's good. So now you put some pepper in there, it's going to be really good. But it's not something you need. You could eat this, and especially if you're in a bad situation, and this could really raise your spirits. So yeah, we'll get one more look at it. But that's what the finish looks like, and you can see the parsley flakes and the different seasoning in it. But I would say that this right here is really good. And so the Auguson Farms so far, after the oatmeal and then now this potato soup, so far I would recommend it. I'm not, again, and have no affiliation with them whatsoever. I saw that our local Walmart had this, and I said, why not? So, all right, well, that's it. You guys have a great day, and stay crazy.